back. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. It's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We want to welcome you to the ride. I'm your brother, John. And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That. We say, See That. And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool. And it's Monday morning, motivational Monday, a marathon Monday, some say. Get your mind right Monday, whatever it is for you, that's what it is. But let's make it a great week, y'all. It's the last week of the month, and we want to jump right in, y'all. So we actually got a power pack program for you this afternoon. Look, this afternoon. I guess I woke up early on this Monday. But we got a power pack program for y'all this morning. We're gonna have some members of the cast of Agent X2 Quarantine will be coming in, and they're gonna be talking about the release of the new movie. That's a part of the New Image Project. So you hear us talk about the New Image Project, and as you know, the New Image Project is an acronym that stands for Information, Media, Arts, Graphics, and Entertainment. And we want to definitely redefine some things. And so Agent X2, the cast of Agent X2, and some of the members of Dream Makers Productions will be joining us in the studio. And we're going to talk about the upcoming release of the new thriller, the sequel to the indie hit film Agent X. And so we're looking forward to having you all join us and participate in the program. It is Monday morning, so you can give us a call if you want to. If you got something on your mind, just give us a call, man. Holla at your boy. 727-637-2416. I'm in here by myself, flying solo until our guests arrive. And so looking forward to the conversation. This day in history. So today is August 29th, and August 29th is the 241st day of the Gregorian calendar. And on this day, the Treaty of Pekin ended the war between France and England. Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, and Netflix launched its internet DVD rental service. Also on this day, John Locke was an English philosopher. He is popularly known as the father of liberalism, and he was actually born on this day in 1632, and he was among the most influential thinkers of his time, is what they said. But John Locke was a big advocate. Hey, good morning, good morning, Shane. I see you. What's going on? And yeah, so they said John Locke. He was one of the. They call him the father of liberalism, right? And so, according to Locke, anything that a man has as a matter of human rights or civil rights is to remain inviolably his, even though humans have to live in a system where some of their natural rights are surrendered in return for the collectivity of society and protection. Locke still insisted he enlisted a complete library on how to live one's life, freedom of speech, and freedom to stand against the government as individual rights. And so, when you talk about your First Amendment right and your freedom to speak, John Locke was one of the founders of that ideology that gave birth to that, and he was actually born on this day as well in 1632. Also, on this day, I think it was 2005. Yeah. So Hurricane Katrina, y'all remember Hurricane Katrina, right? Opened our eyes to a lot of things, man. And so Hurricane Katrina made landfall near New Orleans as a Category 3 hurricane on this day in 2005. And despite being only the third most powerful storm of the 2005 hurricane season, Katrina was one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the United States. In the wake of the storm, there were over 50 failures of levees and flood walls around New Orleans and its suburbs. The levee and the flood wall failures caused widespread flooding. After briefly coming ashore in southern Florida on August 25th as a Category 1 hurricane, Katrina gained strength before slamming into the Gulf Coast on August 29th. In addition to the devastation of New Orleans area, the hurricane caused damage along the coast of Mississippi, Alabama, and other parts as well. And Ray Nagin, y'all remember Ray Nagin, who was the mayor of New Orleans at the time. He actually had ordered some mandatory evacuation of the city on August 28th, which was the day before. And when Katrina briefly achieved Category 5 status, as the National Weather Service predicted a devastating damage that would be taking place in that area. But an estimated 150,000 people who either did not want to or did not have the resources to leave ignored the order and stayed behind. The storm brought sustained winds of over 145 miles per hour, cut power lines and destroyed homes, even turning cars into projectile missiles. Katrina was bad, y'all. And y'all remember how bad it was. And that was the thing that kind of gave rise to the Kanye West. Um, look, yep, Shana, you're right. Look, 17 years later, Kanye was right. He said George Bush don't care about black people. And yeah, that was actually 17 years ago today was when the hurricane hit, but then it was like a long time in the process. So it was like on September 1st, I think it says tens of thousands of people who were staying in the damaged Superdome and the convention center began to be moved to the Astrodome in Houston, Texas. And another mandatory evacuation order was issued for the city. The next day, the military came in with supplies, and the National Guard was brought in to halt the lawlessness. Efforts to collect and identify corpses. It was a lot of mess that went wrong with that. I remember they were doing the evacuations, and they were talking about how there were families that were put on separate buses, and they didn't know where they was, sending them. They was just taking the children, separating families, and it was like families that got lost and couldn't find each other for a long time after Hurricane Katrina. And so, yeah, definitely want to acknowledge that that was one of the worst storms, worst natural disasters in the United States history, and the impact on Black people in some ways is still being felt. A lot of people talk about gentrification, and they're talking about how New Orleans no longer looks the same after Hurricane Katrina, because when the storm came, people left, and they kind of just left their family homes, never returned, never came back. And so a lot of the land speculators and developers were able to snatch up a lot of that land in New Orleans and do what we call gentrifying. But yeah, that was this day in history, and that was 2005. Also got an announcement here. As you know, a lot of you all may know the passing of Reverend Watson Haynes. He passed earlier this month, and we want to continue to his family and the family of Pinellas County Urban League and really our entire community in our thoughts and prayers. But we have some information about the celebration of life and services for Mr. Haynes, and we wanted to share that with you. So for those of you who are interested in participating in the wake will be Friday, September 9th, 2022, and it'll be at 6 p.m. Caller, please hold. The wake will be September 9th, 2022, and it'll be at 6 o'clock at Bethel Metropolitan Baptist Church, and that's 3455 26th Avenue South. And then the funeral service will be Saturday, September 10th at 11 a.m., and it'll be at First Baptist Church of St. Petersburg off of 1900 Gandy Boulevard. And so we'll post that information as well for those who would like to participate in the services for Reverend Watson Haynes. May God be pleased with him. Caller, you on the air. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, one and only Mr. Edmund, man. I'm on my way, baby.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you, Mr. Edmund, in the building. Soon to be in the building, anyway. So what's good, man?
Hey, what I was gonna say, man, I heard you talk about Katrina, man.
Yeah.
And the messed up thing is sad. I went down there to the parish. When we were screening 80X1 in New Orleans. We had got a real in-depth and personal tour by Mr. Charles Jackson.
Okay.
He's right now he's an alderman for one of the parishes, like kind of like a city councilman here.
Right.
And he took us to where the levee broke, man. We went right there to the spot where the first levee broke, man.
Wow.
And like you say, gentrification.
When you look at it now versus what happened, yeah.
So when we went, Brad Pitt had a whole bunch of houses.
Okay.
It was like container homes that they were selling people, but they ended up being like mildewed and rusted out, and so they sued him. They sued him for millions of dollars about that.
Wow. Brad Pitt. So what he was like? Was it a part of the relief effort, or he was just on some opportunity type stuff?
I don't know. I think he had a non-profit or something.
Okay.
That they said that they was using. And so when it came time to get paid, they killed it off, and yeah, it was crazy though.
Right. And yeah, Shayna put it in the chat. She said, yeah, he got to pay that money back. Yeah, because they were saying, I guess, that a lot of people was getting relief dollars, and they was raising money. They was like, send money to my charity, and
Yep. And then get them people nothing. And then that's one of the things. That's one of the things Mr. Jackson was telling me.
Okay,
Cause he was saying how it was like a get rich quick scheme for some people, and
right,
they used all the death and destruction that people was going through to capitalize financially.
right. Yeah, that's like what the Clintons did down in what was that? In Haiti. Remember they did that in Haiti after the earthquake.
Yeah, just a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah, the Clinton Foundation. Doc Howard, I see you. Thank you. Everything health to be on tonight on 99 Jams. Looking forward to hearing from it. But yeah, no, that's crazy, man. You got a lot of background noise.
Oh, Sway.
I don't know, but it's just a lot of wind or something. Whatever you just did, stopped it. Appreciate that. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still.
Okay. Oh, you gonna mute and unmute like the CB player, like like you on the like you on a breaker 19, huh? So did you see this thing, man? Look, UB said the insurance companies didn't pay a lot of those people. Yeah, I remember hearing like it was just so much wrong with that. And didn't Ray Nagin end up going to jail or something for that too? I think that the mayor ended up like getting into some mess after that as well because it was so much going on, around that time. But yeah, there you go. I knew something happened with Mayor Nagin. I don't know, uh, what he was charged with. I can't recall at the time, but I know it was something, crazy, man. Because a lot of people was messing up. Oh, he got set up. You be give us a call, man. Call us up. Mr. Edmond gonna be here in a minute, so I'll see you shortly. But you be give me a call, man, and give me your take on it. Look like you remember that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so you live next Monday, every first and third Monday, Doc Howard. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. Everything Health is definitely a great program, and it's on the first and the third Monday at 6 o'clock. Good morning, James Swain. I see you, big bro. The man cave, baby. All right. Caller, you on the line. What's on your mind?
What's up, brother? Yeah, they set Ray Nagin up. What they did with him is they had a bunch of contractors, and he gave the contractors a job. Now, mind you, now all the contractors, the white dudes, some of them, they was convicted fellas and all.
Right.
Then he gave a contract to one of some people he knew, some black people.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't a convicted fella, and then they tried to say it was fraud, and they gave the man 5 years because he didn't give it all to the white people.
Oh,
but
come on,
Louisiana
man.
itself is a real crooked place, and right now, if you look up the Gulf Coast plan or the Gulf Coast casino plan,
okay,
they gonna make from Louisiana, from New Orleans, going all the way back to Mississippi, just like the Las Vegas Strip. So
wow.
go there and get. And a lot of those levees didn't break. Some of them they opened up and killed them people. What's the lady that rap with Master P?
Mia X.
Yeah, she was putting out a lot of videos saying how them people was killing them and doing all kind of stuff. I mean, she was going hard about that. They had to shut her up.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember there was some things where they were saying some of the levees that broke were what they actually had gunpowder, gun residue. Like where they had been blown apart. They didn't break. They was actually blown up.
And some of them was open. So some of them was actually open because I went there too. And like a couple of the people, we gave them a ride to Texas.
So you went when it was actually happening?
We went a little after it, and it was like they ain't have nothing, and they had big signs up saying "Sell your land" or else "Sell your land." They still up there. Like if you ride in some of them parishes, you'll still see them up there.
Still see the sign to sell your land or else.
It ain't like you know how the beachfront here.
Yeah.
The beachfront there is majority like black people own it.
Right.
And so you can't get them to sell because they own it outright. They don't owe nothing.
Yeah.
So it's, what I mean? So the best way to do it was to flood them out. And then now we can get that waterfront property for free.
Wow. Yeah, no, I remember, again, a lot of them conversations that was being had just about, what happened and how, it was more to it than meets the eye, as always is the case, with these land grabs, man. And
matter of fact, Ray Nagin wound up, he did his 5 years, but he moved to Texas.
Okay, a lot of people ended up leaving and moving to Texas, huh?
He didn't want to move. What he did is he did his 5 years in prison, and he just moved to Texas. And he's a man, he do a couple interviews every once in a while, and he'll tell you what really happened.
Right.
How they set him up, and because you remember he came on TV and said he gonna make New Orleans back a chocolate city.
I remember that. Yeah.
White folks weren't. I ain't gonna say white folks. So other people weren't with that.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that wasn't in line with their agenda.
The way he did it, but he gave a contract to, I think, a company that his brother or somebody that knew, and they was doing the work, but they didn't want that money to go that way.
Okay, so they trumped him up on the process.
Yeah, and they say, okay, you fraudulently gave this person, your own family member, a contract. Mind you, not, but all the other people that he gave contracts to, they was convicted felons.
Right. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That they forced them to get them contracts because them the people that they wanted. So
damn. Well, that's the American way. That's par for the course. That's par for the course. But I definitely thank you for calling and giving us that. We appreciate you, man.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of how they do it and how they do us, y'all. So keep your eyes open. But again, that was this day in history. One of the other things that I saw too is that the city of St. Petersburg has released the request for proposals for the development of the portion of the Tropicana field and the historic gas plant site. Let me see here. See what Tony Wells said. The wonderful people weren't with that plan of the beautiful people. Well said. So yeah, but definitely wanted to highlight the fact that those things happen and they continue to happen, and we got to be preparing ourselves to be resilient communities. And that's one of the things that we've been working on over in Charles Park, is just how we can develop resiliency hubs and be ready for when these types of natural disasters or man-made disasters happen. We can actually have a community response, and a part of that community response is having the things that you need in place all year round, so that when the damage is done, you don't have to worry about trying to it's making it easier to bounce back when you got things that you need on a daily basis. When you don't have what you need already, and then you're trying to bounce back, it just makes it that much harder. It makes the bounce back harder if you ain't got the first bounce. And so we trying to put things in place to be ready when the ball bounced the first time, so that if we do need to bounce back, we'll have it and be able to do it.
Resiliency, that's what that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome Mr. Edmond to the ride.
Hey.
What's good with you, big brother?
Oh man, late as usual.
Okay, all right. Well, check it out. I'm just
late as usual.
We just gonna keep going.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the city of St. Pete has released a request for proposal for the development of a portion of the historic gas plant site, currently home of Tropicana Field.
So it's being broke down into portions.
I'm just reading the headline.
I'm just moving fast.
Yeah. Let me read it and then we can discuss it. My brother.
Moving fast.
Yeah. So it says the development of the portion of the historic gas plant site, currently home to the Tropicana Field and affiliated parking, totaling 86 acres. So I guess it's the whole thing.
Okay.
Because it's 86 acres. That's the whole thing, right? So it says a portion of the historic gas plant site, currently home of the Tropicana Field and affiliated parking, totaling approximately. So I guess it's the site, the main block site, right, where you got and then across the street where Laura Park was, that's
affiliated parking.
That's the affiliated parking. And so this is the statement that actually was put out. I'm going to read it. This was from Mayor Welch. It was actually posted the other day. It says, I'm excited to embark on an important process that will utilize intentional equity, innovation, informed decision-making, and impactful planning to ensure success for all as we work to redevelop the historic gas plant district, which currently includes the Tropicana Field and affiliated parking. As you know, promises were made to residents and business owners in the gas plant community some 4 decades ago. For too long, those promises have remained unfulfilled. With this generational redevelopment opportunity, we now have the chance to make good on those promises and provide attainable housing, equitable business opportunities, and inclusive economic development that benefits all. The city held several community conversations, resulting in more than 1,000 engagements with residents and stakeholders, which laid out a clear vision for community goals and priorities for the site. The feedback received from those sessions and online engagement is reflected in the new RFP. Mr. Edmond, what are your thoughts?
Silence. So I like a lot of what I heard.
Okay.
And also often with the city of St. Pete, you got to make them show you.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that have been said in the past
Right.
actually speaks of some of the stuff that's been said in the past.
Right.
So, and I love that the intentional equity part, but this is going to be like a 20, 30-year doggone development.
Yeah.
So it's going to be maybe 8 mayors, 6 mayors, depends who gets reelected or not. So it has a lot of course correction time. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like it was 3 people. I mean, it was people picked before and another mayor came and the course got corrected, so you can plan for that to happen several more times. Okay. During this development. So I mean, just plan on it. Yeah, I got you. Put your money where your mouth at.
If you was a betting person.
If you're a betting man, bet that this is gonna change.
Okay. And this is what it says. One of the biggest changes in the RFP as compared to the previous request issued in 2020 was well, we know it was changed.
But I'm just saying, just expect that.
Yeah, this is highlighting one of the changes.
Thank you.
One of the changes as compared to the previous request that was issued in 2020 is a specific requirement for affordable and workforce housing.
Okay.
We have also included additional guidance on the inclusion of a new baseball stadium on 17.3 acres.
A new baseball stadium. Oh, so they're going to make a stadium.
We have also included additional guidance on the inclusion of a new baseball stadium on 17.3 acres of the overall site. And so maybe I don't know. I don't know what that means exactly.
So I got maybe 3 things to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first one is very controversial.
The baseball stadium or the housing?
No, the first thing I got to say.
Oh, okay, well, go ahead.
It's going to be very controversial.
Okay, yes, sir.
And this is what I'm going to say.
The views expressed.
Yes, the views expressed by me.
Yes, sir.
So, reparations for the Black community.
Yes, sir.
That's what that spot, could represent. Community control.
Right.
Like a lot of the things that the Uhuru brothers be talking about.
Yeah.
The opportunities in our face right now.
Right.
You get what I mean? And you don't get no another 86-acre opportunity.
Right.
So I think we have to really be intentional.
When we talk about community control of certain spaces.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna give it to you blood raw. If I was mayor, the city will be breaking ground on some of that. We wouldn't be giving it to a developer to develop and profit off of.
Right.
The people will get that profit.
And that was included in some of the feedback. I remember.
I don't know if it made the press conference.
Yeah, the feedback talked about the people wanting to ownership and social housing.
So because the problem is, it becomes an 86-acre land grab, right? Because the developers who win this RFP go out and then they fundraise and then they own the property.
Yeah,
out and out.
Yeah, because the way they write the
out and out.
Yeah, the way they write the proposal.
And the deal is, since you develop it, you keep it.
Yeah.
Where's the Black man
at a certain point?
Where's the Black community and the Black man in this plan? Right.
In the development plan.
I'm talking about the ownership.
Yes, sir.
Right. Because like I say, once it's developed, someone gets to own it.
Right.
And it won't be the city of St. Pete. It won't be no Black people unless we're intentional about making that happen.
Right on.
You get what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Once these 86 acres develop, it's going to be controlled and owned by the Rays and, whatever bank or whoever put the big high rise in the middle of 16th Street, whoever, that's who's going to own it.
Right.
That was once city-owned property.
Yeah.
We done this before. Bayfront Hospital.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's called now, whatever they call it now. Children's, all children's health.
Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins or whatever.
They own
it's about 3. It done been flipped 3 times since they sold it.
Yeah. So you saying when the one that they sold and created the foundation for Healthy St. Petersburg, when they sold the original Bayfront.
Yes. I mean, I had questions about that.
When they sold the original
They sold Bayfront and then they gave us, far as the foundation, they gave like 100 million.
I think so.
10%, 1%, whatever. It was a percent of whatever the sale was.
Okay.
Whatever the sale was, it was a percent of that.
Because it was a publicly owned
Yes, it was insanity to sell that building.
Yeah.
And I think like while we're here, hindsight is 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
We can say that.
Yes, sir.
The hospital been flipped 3 times.
Right.
3 different companies have owned that hospital in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Bet your life on it.
Yeah.
Don't bet your life on it, you'll die. Don't bet your life on it, you will pass.
Yeah. But it's been flipped multiple times.
It's been flipped 3 times.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is let's not allow, the speculators. We talked about the speculators earlier.
Yes, sir.
The land speculators, it's a place for that. Right. So I ain't knocking people getting money off real estate.
Right.
That's not what this is about. What this is about is retaining, controlling, and having ownership of what could be the biggest development in city history.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
No, that's right. And then and when it talks about some of the other things that have been included in this RFP, the new RFP, and some of the changes, it talks again about the provision for a baseball stadium, increased opportunity for youth employment, education, recreation, and career readiness, adherence to principles and findings of the structural racism study and disparity study. That's in the RFP. We need to read this RFP, man.
Hey, I'm going to say this here, right? I really appreciate Mayor Welch.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Because I be saying some stuff and it may be seen like I'm on the other side. Sometimes I am on the other side.
Yeah, that's just
it's just what it is.
It's just being honest.
But I have a lot of tremendous respect for him. And the work that his whole administration is attempting to do right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Because putting this in the RFP, I think it's
But it don't say no ownership. See, I'm gonna go back to it. See, because all the plans are fine and nice, because you will give us a building on the bottom floor and let us stay there for 5 years rent free. But you won't let us own it.
Yeah, let us stay there rent free for a few years, but we can't own it. No, I want to read these other things and then we're gonna have to take a break. But the other things that are included in the revised or the updated RFP, again, shout out to Mayor Welch for making these changes.
Yeah.
Increased opportunity for youth employment, education, recreation, and career readiness, adherence to the principles and findings of the structural racism study, which includes reparations, by the way, and the disparity study, alignment with our community benefits agreement ordinance, guiding principles from our community conversations, acknowledgement of future mitigation needs related to Oak Lawn Cemetery, and more.
And then at the bottom of that, it should say, and ownership.
Okay.
It gotta be in the fine print, because if it ain't in there, then they're gonna say, well, y'all didn't tell us to do that.
So the development of these 86 acres is a project that will affect our entire community for generations to come. The decisions we make today will affect not only our current population, but young people and future generations who will one day make up the fiber of this great city.
It's gonna be one of the biggest industries in the city, because like to do all that building, people that's gonna have to get hired. And then you got to think about it. If we're not on that force to be hired, if we're not the ones hiring, or we're not the ones on that force to be hired, these people be coming from Orlando.
Oh yeah,
they'd be in a big van at 4 o'clock in the morning to get here at 6:37 and to start building our city, while the people in the city ain't got no jobs and can't afford to live here.
Yeah, so let's keep your eyes open, y'all. But yeah, the RFP has been put out, and so we're going to be following this process. Y'all know we had some of the developers who were chosen in the last RFP come on and tell us what their plans was, and so as this process continues, we're looking forward to continuing to provide that information as a part of the Numis project. We got to take a break. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. You're going to get the headline news from Democracy Now! When we come back at 7 minutes after the hour, we'll have the cast, or at least the star of Agent X2 in the building, Mr. Cranston Cumberbatch, and we're looking forward to a great conversation with him. But you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show right here on
WUJM, St. Petersburg. Bolsonaro's democratic record and said he had left a country with employment and dignity that Jair Bolsonaro was destroying. Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff has warned that rehabilitation following the catastrophic floods affecting the country will take years. After visiting the provinces of Baluchistan and Sindh, General Kumar Javed Bajwa said the devastation was massive. Pumza Falani reports from Sindh province.
Rescue operations are continuing in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in northern Pakistan, where heavy flooding and mudslides have laid waste to infrastructure, leaving many communities cut off. In the last 24 hours, military
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Just brushing up on some of my favorite literary classics. Even if a page turner like this isn't up your alley, did you know our libraries offer so much more than classic books? There's also things like passes to local museums. You can download ebooks onto your Kindle device. And super cool things like a team gaming program. Visit your local library and see all it has to offer.
I'm saying it's true. Hey, it's time to let them know who we be. Florida Rising. All in your community. Florida Rising. Showing love and unity. Florida Rising. It's true. So true. Florida Rising on the move. Ain't nothing new. That's how we do. Florida Rising on the move. Ain't nothing new. That's how we do. Florida Rising on the move. Ain't nothing new. That's how we do. Florida Rising on the move. Always with you. Come on. Florida Rising members, you know we love y'all. Matter of fact, let me get a Florida Rising roll call. Polk County, Orange County, Leon, and Duval. Hillsborough, Pinellas, Osceola, come on, y'all. Hey, one time for Seminole, Broward, and Miami-Dade. 2 times for Palm Beach, we run the whole state. So if you try to treat my people any kind of way, hey, guess who got something to say? They call it Florida Rising. Ready to fight, ready to stand. Florida Rising. So for real, we ain't playing. Call it Florida Rising. When the world is against you, guess who with you? Concerned about your issue. Florida Rising. It's time to let them know who we be. Florida Rising. Yeah, we all in your community. Florida Rising. Giving love, showing unity. Florida Rising. Ain't nothing new, the highs always be with Florida Rising. Now what's wrong? What's wrong? Who messing with you? See, our mission is to listen. Tell me your issue. And it don't matter what it is, we do it all types. Any kind of social injustice, it's gonna be a fight. That's right. Yeah, Florida Rising, we right there. On criminal justice, the healthcare. We talking climate justice. We talking voter rights. And if you know you're right, get up and show you right. Florida Rising got my back. I feel alright. I feel like clowning. Now tell me who said what about affordable housing? Cause the government keep rating that's a Dowski fund. It's supposed to help the black and brown, but we ain't getting all your fucking corporate landlords, slumlords. We ain't gonna stand for it. Putting profit over people, we see you and can't ignore it. Call us all off guard, hit us hard, the pandemic. They don't care cause they still evicted men, women, children. And you know that ain't right. That ain't right. But guess who got my back? Ready to fight.
From a potential radioactive release. This comes as the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency says a team of experts is on the way to Zaporizhia and will arrive later this week to evaluate the safety and security of Europe's largest nuclear power station. At the United Nations, a month-long meeting to review the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty has ended in failure after Russia objected to a joint statement from 151 nations because it included a paragraph about its occupation of the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine. In Libya, at least 32 people died.
All right, welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast.
You go back on air. Hold up.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not the proper way to go back on air.
Okay. What you supposed to do?
You're supposed to be like on air in 5, 4.
Okay. So we on the air right now, live. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. And we got so you put your director hat on this morning and you telling me how to cue it in and bring it back and that whole thing, right?
But look, this is what I wanted to say. This weekend, I was at the 10-year anniversary for Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them for the great work that they're doing.
Yes. Big shouts out to Desmond, Meade, Neil, the whole team. It was very special for me, Brother John. You know, being a part of it, been working with them for maybe 6 years, 7 years of them 10 years, and just to hear and see what they all went through.
Right.
So amendment similar to Amendment 4 has already been tried.
Okay.
by big organizations, and actually it took a home team, like a grassroots organization, to push it across the finish line.
Okay.
And some of the imperfections were because they were not the seasoned organization.
The imperfections in the process for,
and the whole thing.
Okay, yeah,
because it wasn't perfect.
Okay, yeah,
but they perfectly executed.
Right. The outcome is what the outcome is, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a part of the whole, I guess, the end game thinking, right? You know what I mean? And looking at like what's the end game and the end result. Now, the way we got there was rough, and we took a little turns, and we, had some hiccups and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, you restored the rights of
10 years,
hundreds of thousands of people in the state of Florida.
So this, I got a quick story. This is a funny thing. The coalition was put together by like the ACLU and other huge organizations.
So when they say Rights Restoration Coalition,
it was literally a coalition. And it came the man. So when it came actually down to getting 501c3 status,
okay,
they weren't even a real corporation. They weren't even. It was like all paper.
Okay.
And so that's where Desmond came in. Desmond had been voted to lead it, and he was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna lead it to the top."
Right.
And so they went and incorporated it. So that's why you'll say he's the founder, but he won't necessarily say he's the founder
because he came in.
He came into an organization.
Yeah.
He came into an organization and went to helping them.
Okay.
He was volunteering and helping them. He had became like the secretary or something.
Right.
I meant to tell him to come on the show.
Yeah, man.
But my mind was a lot of places.
Yeah. Well, we can still get him.
Yeah, we can reach out.
Yeah. No, but that's amazing. And then the 10-year, track. So what's next? Did they talk about kind of what's happening with the fees and fines and that kind of stuff? And
yeah, they still paying them. If you want to know if you're eligible to vote, go to their website.
Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
Go to their website. If you got some people who how can I say it? You don't know if your fines and fees, we don't know what they is. You don't know if you can be helped with them.
Okay.
Give them a call.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, because we need everybody who can qualify to register, and not only register but to vote. Because I saw they were saying it was like out of the people who qualified, like only 8% of the people had registered to vote.
Listen, he was showing those races. You know how close the races is.
Yes, sir.
Where the defining difference was the chapter in their town.
Wow.
You get what I mean? The winning votes came out of the chapter. Out of their chapter.
Yeah.
That's how impactful the work they're doing is. And you know what I'm saying? And I've seen it in my life,
Oh yeah.
It's very impactful, when the returning citizens get involved, when the people in the community, when the hood get involved.
Right. Just that. Yeah. Just go ahead and say that.
Our representation changes because a lot of times we're not going to vote for the status quo candidate. We're not going to vote for the person who's been propped up in front of us. And that's why a lot of how can I say this?
Say it.
Some homegrown, local politicians,
institutional,
they've been here for a while. They're not really interested in returning citizens getting their right to vote. They're not because honestly, they don't think they might not make it past a huge election.
Yeah, because the returning citizens not voting for them.
People winning by 50 votes, 80 votes, 30 votes, y'all.
I see it.
That's all I'm saying. That's why we saying get active, get registered, get your cousin registered. Returning citizens, find out if you can register and vote, because these elections are coming down to 80 votes, 90 votes.
Yeah.
Real 3 talk. Votes, 6 votes.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
No cap.
Like for real. Yeah, every vote matters, man. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Oh, I got to give a shout out to the boys on their way to school, Amari and Kyrie. Good morning. Y'all make it a great day. Tell y'all friends your papa shouted y'all out on the radio. There we go. Thank you for that. Look, our director, you saw the shot, huh? he saw the shot. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we got Agent X in the building. Cranston Cumberbatch, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on this morning. Let me see. There we go. Try it now. Let's see. Hit me.
Good morning.
There you go. I got you. I got you. So give us the brief introduction, like of who is Cranston Cumberbatch, and just tell us some of the work that you've done. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna start talking about this premiere of Agent X too.
Oh wow. Who is Cranston Cumberbatch? He is a writer, producer, director. He is a lover of Honey Nut Cheerios with 2% milk.
Right on. Since we talking Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, man. Since we're talking Breakfast Club, he's a man of many hats. He's one half of Dreammakers Productions.
Right on.
He is, the arts director for the Community Development and Training Center. See that. And just a man of the community from an arts and entertainment perspective. I'm that guy.
Yes, sir.
And so,
yes, sir.
I wear that with the badge of honor.
That's right. That's right.
I wear it on my chest every day.
And you should. Thank you. And thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
I'm that guy.
That's right. he is that guy.
You might have to put that in the movie tonight. Don't worry, it'll be on the screen Thursday.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He is that guy. And we had to talk about Agent X too. And you're the star of the movie. You play the lead character, Agent X.
Yeah.
And so tell the people a little bit about Agent X and just the premise of the movie. What is Agent X?
Yeah, well, Agent X, he's a former military contractor who's turned secret agent. And, in this role of secret agency, he's discovering that, warfare isn't fair anymore.
Right.
Right. Warfare used to be something you could predict, the possible ways for it to come.
Right.
It's either coming in a missile, somebody pushing the button for a bigger missile.
Right.
Or somebody's coming in pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
But it ain't pew, 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 no more.
No more head up phase.
So now warfare is, being conducted by affecting your credit score. Warfare is being conducted by a virus. Warfare is being conducted by your information being used in a way that causes you to look at social media, in a different way and allow that to affect your psyche to take action on something that may or may not be true. And so, the secret agent who's used to combating things with his hands now has to combat things with his mind. And Agent X2, thanks to this guy next to me, who's the brainchild of the series.
Who you talking about, me? Who you talking about?
Mr. Evans.
Yeah, just taking like things that are happening right now in this technological world that we're growing in.
Right.
Taking things straight off the headlines and really bringing it to the light to us as a people, in an in a edutainment kind of way.
Gotcha.
And I want to say this because it's your interview, so I wasn't gonna say that. But
Dreammakers, right?
Yeah, the Dreammakers, we together.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is, major shouts out to see that and the New Image Project.
Yeah.
This film is about putting positive black images out there.
Right.
A positive black role model, a positive black image, a positive black hero.
Yeah, that's right.
Positive black leaders. And we have a whole bunch of people in the movie.
Oh yeah.
White, brown, so it's not a black movie.
Right.
But it's very important for us to highlight, what the black man has to offer.
I love that.
In a positive way.
I love that. And that's what Agent X is about.
That's all about.
Yeah. And we got our own black superhero.
Right there.
I'm that guy.
Right. He is that guy.
I'm that guy thanks to that guy.
Hey, people be like, I thought you were bigger.
Right. Oh, that's the Brother John story.
I thought you were so much taller.
Yeah, I get that all the time. I get yeah. Because you play so big. Yeah,
it's a big role.
It's a big role.
Really is not because you've seen height or size in the film, because it's distorted sometimes in movies.
Right.
It's the perception.
Yeah. He's a big character.
It's big. So I think you up here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all right.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for that.
No, I appreciate it.
Every time. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
all
right.
I don't even take offense to it.
No, it ain't no offense. I done heard it.
Right. Yeah.
My comeback is I'm taller than Kevin Hart.
There you go. That's it. Period and point blank.
That's all you got to know.
Real
I'm
talk.
taller than Kevin Hart.
That's right. And so with Agent X2 Quarantine, when is the premiere? I know it's coming out.
Premiere is coming this Thursday.
Okay.
7 p.m. at Sundial AMC.
Yes.
We're so excited. Big red carpet, citywide style. The way we do.
Labor Day kickoff weekend.
Yeah.
Kicking off the Labor Day.
Yeah.
We're going to have an after party at 22 South Food.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're also having
just made that announcement.
Oh, that was breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news that the after party will be at 22 South. Right.
We're also having a pre-screened VIP reception.
Okay.
Prior to the movie showing. During that time frame, we'll have Agent X1 playing, things of that nature, so people can at least get a glimpse of some shots of some things that took place in 1, so that when you see 2, you
can connect the dots.
You can see some familiar faces.
Okay, gotcha.
Because the way that we crafted this series is kind of to be similar to the James Bond series.
Okay.
To where each one can stand alone.
Right.
Even if you didn't see any of the other ones.
Okay.
You may have some recurring characters, but the storyline is taken on a different track.
Okay, because this is a mission for Agent X.
Right.
And not like a cliffhanger from Agent X1. Well, I was at the end of Agent X1. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I can't. I know. You know how when you see a movie, you be like, I know it's gonna be a 2.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was like, I know it's gonna be a 2.
So in the mastermind genius of this guy, the way that it's crafted to be in a way to similar like the Marvel series.
Yeah.
Where you have nuggets that lead you into something that's going to happen down the road.
Right. Right.
So you have all these different
elements. Are you leaving breadcrumbs throughout?
So you have all these different elements that's factored into it. So you kind of got like a James Bond meets Marvel type of fusion in the Agent X series.
I really like that, my boy. I really like that. I think that's the direction we're going.
Yeah, James Bond
that's the direction.
Meets Marvel.
It's like
Oh, yeah, that's how it worked out.
Yeah. But what I can say is bigger than anything, the Agent X series has really been what we would consider a community project.
Right.
We've been able to involve so many faces from within the community.
Yes.
Right here from St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland. We've just been able to really get some good homegrown talent.
Right.
To really be the faces of these main characters
I
in
love
the series. And and
shouts out to the cast.
Yeah,
man.
big shouts out to the cast.
Cast and crew, man.
Yeah,
Y'all did an amazing job. We have an amazing project. So proud of this movie. So proud of it.
Hansel and Gretel. That's what Mama Blue said.
Like breadcrumbs everywhere. Everywhere.
All up and through there.
Yes.
But that's another one of the things. Just thinking about Dreammakers and Dreammaker Productions, right? Like that's not just the name of the company. That's the activity.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
Right. It's like a way of life because I know like y'all put me in my first movie.
Dream come true.
You know what I mean? Dream come true. I always want to be in a movie so I could check that off a bucket list because of Dreammakers and others. So just talk about like how you all discover the local talent and just the space that you're creating for local. I'll stop there. I got another question, but the space that you're creating for local talent to be in the movies.
Well, a lot of it. For me, being a professional actor, I'm in the acting circuit, so I'm around people all the time. That are doing stage plays that always had dreams and aspirations to transfer to do film.
Right.
And so just through conversation and networking is how a lot of that has happened.
Okay.
But even bigger than that, thanks to CDAT and all of the other supporters, we have the Sunshine City Film Festival.
Okay.
We have the Tampa Bay Actors Guild, which Jabbar and I both have the opportunity to be on the organizing, directing team of helping to get those things together. But through that, we network, we meet people, and we find that there's a big I don't know the word I'm trying to say right now. There's a big urge for people wanting to get into this industry. That have been sitting on these dreams, or
That's
sitting on these aspirations.
It's not just rappers and not just basketball players. People want to make movies and want to be in films.
We get entertained by movies, and so of course we want to do what entertains us, or we dream or aspire to be an actor.
Okay.
So for those who aspire, those people are gravitating to us. And as they gravitate, we say, hey, we got opportunity.
That's what's up.
And so we call the bluff.
Okay. We
call the bluff.
We see what you buy.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Call you, bud.
You say you want to be in a movie.
I said I wanted to be in a movie.
10:30, meet us at the factory.
Y'all put me in the movie. And when I got there, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
this is a real thing. Yeah, like you got to really know what you're doing. You can't just come in here and be playing. And that's what I appreciate about your process. Like you give us a shot, you know what I mean? But the quality of the product also still stands up. Like you wouldn't know, like, I mean, you probably know it was my first time, but it's people who like really, you know, have been doing this for a while, and you're creating space for them to really showcase, you know, their talent. The other part of that, when I was about to go into the second part of the question, is it's not just people in front of the camera. Yeah. Because I was looking at the credits and I saw like you got like, you know, Robert Bruno's cameraman, like you got, you know, you also have local camera, you know, crews. Would you mind talking cinematographer? So would you mind, and Mr. Edmonds, since you in that role, would you mind talking about some of the behind the scenes opportunities that you've been able to create for people?
Oh, it's kind of just like you said, people gravitating towards us. You know, shout out to cameraman, because it's Three-Headed Dragon. That's kind of how we made this form,
right?
And it was a cinematographer, somebody who took our pictures while we worked,
right?
So those pictures, and you see me and him in the camera. 9 times out of 10, it was Cam, the cameraman, Tim Cameron, who took that picture.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, and it's all about opportunity.
Right.
You want to be good at what you do. You want to master what you do. But ain't nobody hired you for 10,000 hours.
Right.
What do? You come holler at Dreammakers.
Right.
We're gonna help you get 5,000 of your 10,000 hours of mastery.
Yeah. Okay, because that's a part of the process. Like,
I'm just saying when you master something, you get 10,000 hours.
Yeah, I remember
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so how do you get those hours?
Yeah.
If somebody's not paying you to do it.
Right.
You find Dreammakers, and we get together. We got a plan.
Yeah,
we got a plan. We working a plan right now.
Right.
So in our next feature films,
you
know, you might be a director. You
multiple
might be,
films.
You might be the cameraman. You might be the lighting man. You might be the sound man. You might be the actors. The actors. We don't know. Come meet us and we're gonna talk.
We are CDAT.
Yes, sir.
We are community development and training. We train as we go.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a partnership.
So
just so amazing.
Right.
So I mean, we train in the process. You know, so for people who have never, like you said, being on screen to look like you.
Tell them about Miss Debbie.
Miss Debbie.
We talk about training.
Yeah.
Miss Debbie Yahtzee, she has been helping us from the beginning. Art in the City, she was the art director. She helped us get locations. She helped us time, talent, and treasure.
Okay.
Put it like that. Time, talent, and treasure.
Yeah.
And so she came and she said, always, I got to film, boss. Listen to me, I got to film. Okay, all right, here, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, hold on.
Yeah.
But long story short, Send Me the Series. She made her the directorial debut, Send Me the Series, starring Cranston Cumberbatch.
Okay.
The film has won over 8 or 9 film festival awards.
That's what's up.
National and international. So it for me, it's so amazing, right, to see Send Me take off, because as a filmmaker, as a director, as a production company, you feel it's going to be your product that take off.
Right.
You feel it's going to be your movie that everybody want to see.
Yeah, the flagship project. Yeah.
What happens when it's the person who you help, who's been helping you?
Right.
I love it, Miss Debbie. We cannot replace her. She's right now. She's still moving us across. She's pushing us.
Oh yeah.
I was just on a phone call. We ain't gonna announce the information yet.
Yeah.
But all I'm gonna say, thank you, Miss Debbie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And check out Send Me the Series, starring Cranston Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Directed by Miss Debbie Yachty. I'm a producer. I feel all the way back. All the way back. And I love it because, like I say, Canada, New York.
Right.
I mean, you name it. This going there winning 2-3 times.
California.
Right. People they sending her gag orders. You can't say nothing about this.
Right. Because we about to do something.
It's gonna be big. And I really respect it because Miss Debbie's so humble. Her spirit she got a big spirit, but she's so humble and quiet. And I think she deserves it, man. Yeah. Shout out to Richard too, Richard Stefani.
Yeah, Richard.
God bless.
Rest in peace, Rich.
He's another,
I remember. Yeah, I
push,
remember.
Helping us. We help him. He's like, you help me, you help us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me remind the people. So we're here in the studio with the star of Agent X2, Quarantine, Cranston Cumberbatch, and we're talking about the release of the new movie Agent X2, which will be coming out and actually in the theater on this Thursday. And we also want to let you know that you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show. And if you like to donate and support the programming and the work that we're doing, you can do that by going to 99jamstheberg.com, clicking on the donate button, y'all. And again, we're talking about this process of how you making these movies, helping people with the, making their dreams come true. And you talked about the international aspect of the movie. I know with this part with Agent X, like it was shot locally, but then there was some other, like y'all went on the road. Y'all remember seeing y'all out, on location. Would you mind talking about some of the
in quarantine
in the places that you all, like some of the places that the movie was filmed?
Yeah, we got to shoot in Las Vegas. We got to shoot in the deserts of Arizona. We got to shoot in Detroit. We got to get some shots in Canada.
Okay.
We got to get some shots in Atlanta, New Orleans.
Okay.
Tampa.
Okay.
So we really.
So you're gonna see some different backgrounds in different areas. In Agent X2.
Yes.
They call it production value in the producer circle.
Yeah.
Because I've done a lot of local films and we never really go nowhere but Tampa, Clearwater, maybe Sarasota.
Right, Bay Area.
Yeah. So when we start having these plans to go different places and it start materializing, I was like, oh, okay, it's real.
Yeah.
We was in not Los Angeles. We was in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Right.
The whole town is a ghost town. We were the first planes back in.
Okay.
Some of the first. Listen,
because this movie was shot during the quarantine.
Listen, no cars on the street. If you ever been to Las Vegas,
yes,
it was like the craziest thing. I wanted to go everywhere. Go here, because you just
you had access.
It was like a playground for a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like as a director, it was like just go, imagine it, go.
Right.
And
it's like we had paid to have the space reserved.
Okay.
Production
just
value
for us.
And the whole town was yours.
The whole town, man.
Wow.
Listen, not a car.
Listen,
it
parking lot empty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, it's crazy. Whole hotel empty, man.
Wow.
It's like, dang, is this for real?
Right.
It was kind of surreal.
It was very surreal.
Right.
Like, I can't believe this is Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
that type. Yeah.
And they say, hey, we just opened up. Y'all the first trip in.
Okay.
We had to ask. We asked, what's going on?
Yeah. And I know y'all. I remember when y'all was out there, you shot in some iconic places, like some places that will those shots we'll be able to look in the movie.
Yep.
Now, is that something that you would say, or that's something that we just have to? You got to come see the movie. Yeah. I know how it goes. Yeah. You got to come. But there were some places that in Vegas that y'all shot that once you look at the screen, you're gonna be like, oh, that's the spot where, and that's gonna be this Thursday.
Very familiar.
It's gonna be very familiar. And then Arizona, you said you was in the desert in Arizona.
Man, this guy had me climbing rocks and all.
So I never really went trailing or hiking.
Okay,
but we hiked probably a mile or two, man.
More than a mile or two.
Because we had to go back. So about 10 miles.
The mile up, the mile back. You got to count all of that.
Listen, this dude had us all over the desert, man.
Yeah.
It was just like a playground, man. I'd be like, oh my God.
Oh man.
But it was a beautiful landscape.
Turn here. I done turned down the wrong road. It was lovely, though. It was lovely, man.
Shooting in Arizona.
We was by a ravine, and actually we ran into some Pinellas County natives.
Right.
So
in Arizona.
In Arizona. So we went, we parked, we by the ravine. It's like a no past this. We like at the last place. You can't go past this spot.
Right.
So, but people start like accumulating there because it's like a little spot. These people, Cran talking to everybody.
You call it networking.
Cran talking to everybody.
Damien, I see you. Good morning, Sharona. Good morning, see y'all.
The man say, man, I'm from St. Pete Beach or Pasadena or something.
No, Treasure Island.
I'm from Treasure Island.
Okay, gotcha.
What?
We like Treasure Island where?
Right. Which Treasure Island?
Like in St. Pete, Florida. Like, whoa, what are the odds?
Yeah.
For us to be way out in Arizona.
Listen, out of the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Like literally, how you run into some people, that's why you know we in the right place at the right time.
And he turns out to be a casino chip manufacturer. Yep. And he started doing it here, and they got big and moved out to Arizona.
Wow.
And so
see how you be talking to people?
Yeah.
So get all the information.
Yeah, that's it. He got the whole backstory. Right?
Listen, when we be out of town,
next movie, the casino chip manufacturing man.
Hey, when we be out of town, I be like, Cran, you can't be in a bad mood right now, man.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
You like our card in.
Oh yeah.
And once you go to talking like Las Vegas, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Listen. They made such a mark on these people. 2-3 years later, he show up. Hey man, don't you owe us a movie?
Right. That's what they want to know.
We're going back to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, tell them
because you did screenings too, right? You did screenings and
so what we do what we call test screenings, right?
Okay.
We shy away from the premiere word, and these are test screenings because we are still producing and making improvements on the film. So when you go to Hollywood, when you see a movie, it's already been test screened probably all over the place.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? They probably have had 10,000 people watch this thing and giving them critiques. They
before
go back,
it actually make it to
before it actually makes the premiere.
Okay.
But it's done behind the scenes because they don't want you to see it. They don't want you talking about it.
Okay.
But what reason we have to do it the way we have to do it is because we're not in Hollywood.
Okay.
You know, and a test screening is a great fundraising opportunity. That's how we get these budgets. That's how we travel, y'all. It's because y'all came and seen our movies on MLK Day. Y'all came and supported us when we was at the doggone Studio 620 or whatever we was doing.
Okay.
Those dollars is what took us all over the United States.
Right on.
We got our film to be a national film, and people seeing it from this coast to that coast is because of your support. So please continue to support us. Thursday, we're going to be at AMC. 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
You said it's red carpet. It's a red carpet affair.
Listen, it's red carpet, but you can come as you is because we ain't judging nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not this judgment-free zone.
Right. So come comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Be comfortable.
Now, if you want to be fly and comfortable, that's cool. If you just want to be comfortable, comfy, that's cool too. And if you can't make it, sponsor a row. We have sponsor road packages.
Okay.
We also have sponsorship packages if you want to be involved on these road trips. We call it the City to City Tour.
Yep.
The Sunshine City Film Festival and the Community Development and Training Center. Big shouts out to the film commissioner because they've been helping us.
Right.
USF, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The Power Broker.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to Gypsy. These people been helping us. Shouts out to Urban Affairs. Prince, I'm trying to catch up with you. Don't worry about it. Nikki, thank you for all the work because we ain't been able to do this without the help of so many people.
Yeah.
And you see Cran on the screen and you see me directed, but no, it's like people holding us up. People got us like, people got us. You ever seen a bar mitzvah when they put the boy in the chair and they be bouncing around?
Right.
That's what they doing to us right now.
Okay, gotcha.
They picking us up.
But everybody just see y'all going up, but they don't see
the people who's picking us up and carrying us.
Our
and helping
community
us.
is really supporting and carrying us. And you know, that's huge. You know, because
absolutely.
To be honest, that's how Hollywood was built.
Okay.
Hollywood was built by community.
Right.
And
right.
minus that, you know, we wouldn't know Hollywood the way that we know it today had there not been a community to support that growth and development.
Yes.
And so where we are, you know, we're watching history right now happen with we're watching history.
You're not watching history, you making history,
yes.
right?
Yes.
You're making history, and you also get to, you know, to see it in the process. And Mama Blue said, "Ain't no stopping us."
Yeah. Hey, big shouts out to Mama Blue. Not that kind of grandma. That might be the next project we're working on.
Not that kind of grandma.
Don't worry about it. We're looking for directors. Listen, y'all, this is a serious appeal. We're looking for people who want to make movies. We want directors, writers, actresses. If you just want to help us with paperwork, right? If you want to help us with admin, if you a good secretary, because we need it.
Right.
I'm not a secretary. I'm not good at it.
Right.
And and stuff be falling off the table because I ain't good at admin.
Right. But you got an eye for.
I can make a movie. Yeah. So if I got the admin
everybody
person
has their thing
to help me with my admin and to text me, hey man, you late. Well, you ain't at this meeting.
Right.
And that's the help we need.
Right. We got a caller. Caller, what's on your mind? You on the line? What's your name?
What's going on? This is Damian Davis, man. Y'all already know, man. What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's good, big bro? What's on your mind?
You ready for this close up?
What's on my mind? I was listening to them talking about the movie, and congratulations on everything you're doing, boy. You know, I've been supporting you from the beginning.
Yes, sir, love.
You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on Cran. Keep doing your thing, keep shining, King.
Yes, sir.
One thing I wanted to ask back, I heard how y'all was getting all those sponsorships about bringing out your movie and everything, how everybody getting behind you with backing. And that's what I'm trying to get into, because, you know, I'm bringing my movie out, but it's such a delay by getting everybody paid, getting everybody there on time, and you know, time is very stressful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably about 75% done with my movie.
Congratulations!
And I just want to get the rest of that, but it's all about time. I'm trying to get enough, like how I could go into like getting people to get behind and invest in so I can finish it off. Cause the city been asking every day, where the move.
Right.
And I got it there, but you know what I'm saying? Like now everybody's so crunched up with time. I feel like if I could just pay everybody for their time, it get done a little bit quicker.
Right.
What
With limited resources, you know what I'm saying? Not limited resources, limited financial. So you got so much going on.
Yeah, but that's the international issue with independent filmmakers.
Yeah,
getting people to show up on time, getting people, just having a lunch for the people. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't have to be a paycheck, right? Yeah. Sometimes, you got to be creative with what you offering them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because a lot of people already will do it, but that extra little, and we got lunch.
Yeah.
You don't got to buy nothing.
Yeah.
We got some craft services. You know what I'm saying? Cran put me on this here, and I love it.
Right.
I don't want to do another set without no donuts or coffee. not one shot without I'm just saying. But at the least, because and hit me up, bro, because it's a hunt. You got to build those relationships, right? These were relationships built, and it was just so happy we had a movie. You get what I mean? Yeah. On top of already built relationships, and get with you a nonprofit. Get with you somebody to stand behind you, help you. Cause listen, it take more than money sometimes.
Yeah. It definitely do. And it ain't all about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Be by the cash, but sometimes it don't really be by the cash. Be like networking, like you said, and grabbing the people that's willing to help. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad about getting the information this morning, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. Jabbar put me in my first movie. He ain't had no lunch or nothing ready. But, it was all great.
That was the first time, right?
When nothing out there, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna even talk about that.
Hey, we got you now. We got you now.
For when you put me in the next movie, at least having some lunch.
Damien, they done made it. Boy, they provide lunch now.
We stepping it up, though. For real.
We got food for you now.
I appreciate you calling, big brother.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep inspiring and uplifting. I'm gonna keep bringing the fun and doing these shows, man. Y'all be on my website and check, man. I got a lot of shows coming up out of town, in town. I ain't really been in the city. Thank God for that. They've been booking me out of the city, but we coming back to the city. But I've been doing a lot of things outside the city, man. Giving y'all the glory, giving God the glory, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Good morning, man. Keep shining.
Love you,
keep working, bro. Keep working, bro.
Peace.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show right here on 99 Jams, 99.1 FM. And if you missed this part of it, we actually in the building with the star of Agent X2 and the writer, director, producer, Mr. Edmond. So we got dream makers in the building, y'all. And again, it's been a really great conversation about, the movie making process, Agent X2 and what you can expect. When is the premiere again?
Thursday, September 1st.
Not the premiere, my bad. The screening.
The screening.
The premiere screening. Okay. Now I just heard you say we don't use the word premiere, so I'm trying to be politically correct. Okay.
See, my partner so happy should he want to, he can.
Okay. But it'll be Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. This Thursday.
Yeah, at Sundown AMC, downtown St. Peter. Yes. Beautiful downtown St.
Petersburg. Downtown St.
And big shouts out to AMC theaters.
Yes.
Right. And that's what I was just talking about with Dame, building those relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because like my first film, our goal was to go down to Baywalk.
Okay.
Right. Was to go down to Sundown and premiere our movie.
Yeah.
We were denied access.
Could not get in.
We could not get in. We premiered my first film with 909 Films was in Tampa Movie Co.
Okay.
In Ybor City.
Right.
It was still a success. I'm not mad.
But you wanted to do it at home.
We wanted to be at home in Sundown.
Yeah.
Boom. Enter the one and only Cran.
Okay.
Right. And the relationships that's built with the AMC representatives.
Okay.
Like we can pull the trigger.
Right.
Right. We can pull the trigger.
Right.
We can get dates all over the United States. That's why we be telling people to work with us. Yeah. We can get dates all over the United States. What y'all think? How we got the fifth theater in Atlanta?
Right.
This is the most prestigious mall in Atlanta.
Right.
Listen, we turned it up, man. Boy, that thing was sold out.
Right.
Listen, big shouts out to my sister. Tweet, all y'all.
They on here
it's
too.
So much love.
It's
so much love. Because listen, that thing was nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I gotta say. Then when we went to Cali, we met up with the homegirl. You know the white girl.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's another story.
Yeah, for another time. Caller, you on the air? What's your name? What's on your mind?
My name is Stanley.
Hey, how you doing?
I was calling to see how much are your tickets to the gospel program this coming Saturday?
I think that's a different show, because I don't have it. I don't have that information. But what
Sister Hughes will be right after us.
Sister Hughes actually coming on right after us, so you can call back in the 9 o'clock hour, and Sister Hughes should be able to get you that information.
But I definitely want to invite y'all to this movie Thursday.
Thank you,
Mr. Stanley. You there, Mr. Stanley?
No,
man, I'm shopping. Mr. Stanley, listen, you listening? You can come out the sundial at 7 p.m. on Thursday and get a healthy dose of Black love.
Yeah, but don't look for them tickets to be there.
right.
No, the tickets ain't gonna be there. You're gonna have to buy tickets to Agent X2.
But if that's what it's gonna take to get you to come to the movie
for positive, for positive male role models,
you can also
have some gospel explosion tickets on the side.
Oh yeah, listen, I want to definitely invite 99 Jams. I want to invite the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club because we already gonna have Power Plug Radio there.
Yeah.
Invite y'all out. Come to the movie theater, come as you are, come as a star, whatever.
Yeah.
And we want to invite the whole city out because like this stuff don't get done inside of a vacuum.
Right.
Like even if let's say even if I was to shoot and edit the whole movie, but my drive came from somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What pushes me to go back and sit in front of that computer every day is because somebody, hey man, boy, I love what you're doing. Hey man, thank good job.
That's true.
That fuels us.
And encouragement.
It's people who ain't never seen the movie I ever did. It's just be like, hey man, good job. I love what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work. Ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
And those words of encouragement helps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Just, what keeps you going, how you keep doing it, and then the creative process, right? How you come up with these storylines and you know what I mean? How you document it in your creative process. I mean, just briefly, like how do you...
My first thing that really kept me doing this, because it's passion and it's love, right? For film and the art. But honestly, we made money.
Okay.
Right? We made money. It was profitable, right?
Yeah.
We were able to use the profits to buy more equipment,
right,
to go on. I've never really went anywhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This filmmaking took me out of state, took me to Detroit.
Okay.
Right. Took me to Hollywood. No, actually, I've been to Hollywood, but
yeah,
in that capacity.
But
this took me back to Hollywood
in a different role, right? And when you go to Hollywood, you go into Hollywood as a filmmaker, not as a
you don't even understand. You don't even understand.
Yeah.
What we didn't even go to the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the Walk of Fame. We didn't go there as tourists.
Yeah.
We didn't go there on no tourist junk, man. We went there as directors, as a filmmaker, as a cast, as a crew. We rocked out. Hey man, I'm ready to go back.
Right. No, I love
Cran,
that.
what's your process?
I mean,
what feeds you? What gets you going?
I mean, encouragement, and then two, also knowing that there are people out there that aspire to do this, but have no direct connection.
Right.
No one that they can look up to say, or ask a question to that's, that they feel comfortable, even doing that.
Right.
And so my drive has always been that, to provide something that wasn't here.
Right.
To provide something that I didn't have growing up, because I mean, every time I think about it, coming up here in St. Pete, growing up in the Childs Park neighborhood, things of that nature.
Right.
The main people we had to look up to was either sports athletes,
drug
dealers,
yeah,
that
was on the list. They was employers. They was hiring. Yeah,
they had money. They were hiring. They had money.
The biggest employer.
One of the biggest employers in the hood. Yeah, that's right.
And then maybe a pastor.
Right.
But it was limited. It was limited.
But you didn't see, actors
makers,
and directors and filmmakers. Yeah.
We didn't know anything about Will Packer.
I just
we didn't know anything about Angela Bassett or anything like that. And then
I knew about it.
Or you heard about it, but you didn't know how to duplicate that and make that real for yourself.
Right. Yeah.
It's like an anomaly. Like Angela Bassett, she's an actor from St. Pete. Okay, but like, how do we
be an actor from St. Pete?
Right.
Not for real. That's what we want to do. Bring the industry to our community. We want it to be like a hub.
Okay.
Right. Because you're right. Because you oftentimes. And that's why I want to start off thanking people, because oftentimes you have to leave your community to blow up.
Yeah.
It's hard to sit home and do it. It's hard to pack your home movie theater.
Yeah.
I'm just be 1,000 with you.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we've been able to do it because the people are supporting us.
Yeah.
It's period, point blank.
We got a question in from Facebook. Actually from tweet. She said, "Are any of the films on any streaming platforms like Tubi?"
No, we actually in a conversation right now. We in some conversation. We in conversations right now.
Stay tuned.
I'm ready to let the whole catalog go.
Okay.
I'm ready to let the whole catalog go, man. I ain't playing.
Yes, sir.
I ain't playing.
Yes, sir. All right, so give us the date one more time, and then we're gonna land this plane and make room for Sister Hughes.
Thursday, September 1st, Agent X2 Quarantine hits Sundial AMC, red carpet style. Come as a star or come as you are.
I heard it when you said that. That was a bar. That was a bar. Yeah.
I'm right. I'm for real.
Come as a star, come as you are.
He got to fix it when I write it.
Yeah. He the editor.
No, way more than that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Contributing editor.
Final thoughts, Mr. Edmond.
Oh, man, I want to thank everybody, man. Cran, I want to thank you, big brother, man. It's much love.
Yeah, man.
Brother John, much love. Community Development and Training Center.
See that?
Listen, y'all. The New Image Project, like what nonprofit you know back in films?
Come on,
like really, yeah. Agent X1. I go all the way back to Art in the City.
Yeah,
y'all don't know the support that we have been able to garnish from the Community Development and Training Center, the New Image Project.
Yeah,
y'all just don't know, and I thank y'all so much because all the pieces of the puzzle are there. Let's just put it together, y'all.
Real talk. All right, and again, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. If you missed it, we had a great conversation with Cranston Cumberbatch and Jabbar Edmond in his Dream Maker film role. You can actually go back and catch the replay. You go to facebook.com/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You can hear the full interview. Also, if you're online and you want to listen to something at work, man, go to 99jamstheberg.com. You can also download the TuneIn radio app and find WUJM. We'd like to encourage you to donate today, advertise your business, sponsor a show. And if you're doing an event, reach out to the radio station and we can get somebody to come out there and broadcast live. You can do all of that stuff, man, by going to 99jamstheberg.com. Click on that donate button. Support community radio and continue to support the New Image Project. There's more that needs to be done and needs to be said, and we want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your brother John.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we out.
WUJM, St. Petersburg.
Total Praise. That's right. Total Praise broadcasting live each and every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning from 9 a.m.